It's May 5th, 2022. The first two books that I'm going to share I read in the tail end of April. I'm just going to include them. So it's my books for the past week. I started with The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I gave it a 2 out of 5 just because it's not personally my cup of tea. So it is a fake dating trope, overutilizes relatable language. According to Goodreads, the most popular quotes from it are them saying I love you in Dutch and carry yourself with the confidence of a mediocre white man, which, yeah, do it. It doesn't feel like that there was very much poetic language going on. It was a very fast-paced book, which did serve a good purpose. In a reading slump, you like the fake dating trope. It's fast-paced. It'll get you out of your reading slump. It's really great. It just wasn't catered to me, and that's perfectly fine. I met the sweetest girl on the plane, and she recommended me The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, The People We Meet on Vacation, and I hadn't read any Colleen Hoover, and she was like, what, that's crazy. And I was like, I don't want to cry. And she was like, read November 9th. I gave it a 4 out of 5. I think it was a little bit too problematic for me. Like, there was so much going on, like maybe pick a struggle. But also the plot was so incredible. It's dual point of view, which I love. It was so good. Okay, so my favorite book YouTuber is Steph Bohier. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly, but she read the Off-Campus series when she was 16. And another super cool thing about her is that L. Kennedy commented on her TikTok and said, like, you are what I envisioned whenever I was writing the character of Hannah, which, that is incredible. Anyways, so the entire time I read this, I pictured Steph Bohier. I gave this book a 4 out of 5. I loved it. I loved how well done it was. It's like a trope of like tutor student. You can call it an enemies to lovers. I wouldn't. He is trying to help her get another guy, but it's cute. Dual point of view. But Steph Bohier read the entire series when she was 16. And I'm turning 17 in 17 days, so I have to finish the series, of course. Just fueling my parasocial relationship. The next book I read was The Mistake, and I was a little uncomfortable with the age gap. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like age gap relationships. They make me uncomfortable. However, she's 19, he's 20 for part of the book, but for part of it, she's 18, he's 20. And she's a freshman and he's a junior, and I just feel like it's a really pivotal time in people's lives. I don't think he's taking advantage of her, but I just think that developmentally, it's not the best. Like, I would rather that didn't happen. I'm reading The Score right now, and I love Allie. I feel like I envision her as Fearless era Taylor Swift, like hair. It's so good. I love it. I think I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I haven't finished it yet. I have a little bit left. I started the summer book. So it's the Briar U. I can't think of what it's called right now, but it's free on iBooks. Both The Deal and Summers are free on iBooks. So if you're looking for good reads that you can just get really fast, they're both free on iBooks. So I haven't finished that, but I think I love it. I don't know. The only thing I don't like about that book is how ADHD is written, because I don't feel like it's written by someone with ADHD. She could have ADHD.
I finished Off-Campus a little while ago, but I finished Briar U today. It's so good. If there's a synopsis book, I will read it. But I finished with each of the individual stories, and I finished the legacy for Off-Campus. But I finished the day today, finally.
So I ended up giving The Score a 4 out of 5, and then after The Score, I read The Chase, which is the summer book I kept mentioning. After that one, I read The Goal, and I really liked it. I did pretend that Tuck wasn't a redhead. And then after that, I read The Legacy, and I liked The Legacy. And The Legacy, I think I ended up giving a 3.5 out of 5. After that, I read The Risk. I got a 3 out of 5. And The Dare. She's plus sized or whatever. First of all, it's her whole personality, and she has to have this like boy that tells her that she's beautiful. Like, she doesn't already know that, and that's really annoying. And then also, it's like acting like she is such an outcast for that, and I feel like the college is outside of like what normal life is, but also like the average woman in the United States is like between a 12 and a 14. Like, it's not like American women don't know what it's like to be plus sized. Like, so the way that she's just ostracized by that, it felt inauthentic and I didn't like it, so I did give that book a lower rating. She should have been able to feel good by herself without having to have a guy reiterate that, and I just disliked how that came across. And I did love Briar U. And then I read The Interference.